In every city there are people who chase dreams. But in Lagos, some people chase shortcuts. And among them was Amaka, beautiful, charming, intelligent, and dangerously ambitious. She wasn't born a gold digger. Life shaped her. Pain hardened her. And desire consumed her. Some women dream of love, peace, or a happy home. But Amaka, she dreamed of luxury, the kind that sparkles so brightly it blinds your conscience. And this is the story of how her hunger for wealth led her down a path that would eventually cost her everything she thought she wanted. Before we dive into this powerful story, please like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more amazing African stories. Amaka grew up in a small compound in Ajugunle. From childhood, she saw her mother struggle, selling firewood, begging landlords for more time, cooking with broken pots. Amaka swore one thing: "I will never be poor." She didn't care how she would escape poverty. She just knew she would. By the time she turned 23, Amaka had a reputation: smart, stunning, soft-spoken, and strategic. She didn't date men her age. She didn't date men without cars. She didn't date men earning salary of suffering, as she called it. She wanted big men, powerful men, connected men, men with deep pockets and soft hearts. And Lagos had plenty of them. Amaka's life changed the moment she met Chief Okocha. He wasn't young. He wasn't particularly handsome. But he had the three things Amaka valued: money, influence, weakness for beautiful girls. Chief saw her at a high-end lounge in Lekki, and within days, Amaka became the name his driver heard every evening. He rented her an apartment. He bought her an iPhone. He gave her monthly upkeep. But Chief was also married. And Amaka didn't care. She wanted her share of the world, and Chief was her ladder. One evening, while she lay on her plush bed, she whispered to herself, "Why should I settle for monthly gifts when I can aim higher?" She didn't just want comfort. She wanted to rise so high that people who once mocked her would tremble when they saw her. And so, she set her next goal: become a permanent part of Chief's life. By force or by charm. Chief Okocha had always been generous, but he was also a man who valued discretion. For months, he had kept Amaka in a comfortable world made of soft couches, scented candles, and weekly transfers. But all luxuries built on secrets eventually crack. One evening, while relaxing at home, Chief's wife, Madam Chioma, noticed something strange. Her husband had begun hiding his phone under pillows, refusing calls in the bathroom, and smiling mysteriously at messages. She wasn't foolish. One night, she picked his phone while he slept. There it was. "Good night, my sugar daddy, red heart, Amaka." She didn't scream. She didn't throw the phone. She simply smiled. The dangerous smile of a woman who has been patient for too long. The next day, everything changed. Chief ignored Amaka's calls. He cancelled their weekend plans. He stopped sending money. Amaka panicked. She paced her living room, dialing him over and over. "Chief, baby, what is happening? Did I do something wrong?" No response. For the first time since stepping into luxury, Amaka felt fear. Real fear, the kind that whispers, "You are returning to the life you escaped." 2 weeks passed. Her expensive apartment rent was due. Her fridge was almost empty. Her data finished. And she had grown accustomed to comfort, too accustomed to survive without it. In desperation, she went to her friend Ngozi, queen of sharp advice. Ngozi lived in a studio apartment that smelled of new wigs and freshly delivered makeup kits. She was lounging on her velvet couch, chewing gum loudly when Amaka arrived crying. "Ngozi, Chief has cut me off." Ngozi didn't look surprised. "Well, what did you expect? He's a married man. Married men always return home eventually." "But I can't survive like this," Amaka sobbed. "Ngozi, I have tasted comfort. I can't go back to suffering." Ngozi rolled her eyes dramatically. "Then stop crying and listen. Lagos has many big men. Chief is not the only fish in the ocean." She leaned forward. There is someone else. His friends call him Chicago. He has money. Real money. But you need to impress him. Amaka wiped her tears. What do I do? Ngozi smiled slyly. Be irresistible. Be mysterious. And above all, don't act desperate. Within days, Amaka met Chicago. Loud, wealthy, flashy, and easily manipulated by beauty. He showered her with gifts. New wigs. New phone. New handbags. New clothes. Expensive restaurants. Car for her personal use. Amaka felt reborn. This is the life I deserve, she told herself. But wealth that comes easily leaves easily. Chicago had a reputation, and before Amaka could understand what was happening, he got bored. Calls reduced. Dates cancelled. Transfers became excuses. Then one morning she woke up to see. Chicago has blocked you. Her entire world shook. She rushed to the apartment he rented for her. The locks had been changed. When she called Ngozi, her voice trembled. Ngozi. Everything is gone again. Ngozi sighed. Sweetheart, that's how these things work. And just like that, Amaka went from having two powerful men to none. Her life collapsed like a flimsy card castle under a humid Lagos rain. For a long moment, Amaka couldn't breathe. Chief Okocha's words hung in the air like a knife suspended over her future. Amaka, you can no longer be part of my life. No explanation. No apology. No emotion. Just a sentence that sliced through everything she had sacrificed to build. Her lips trembled. Chief, what are you saying? After everything. He didn't let her finish. You were careless. People saw you at the hotel. They began to talk. Rumors reached my wife. My children. Everything is already shaking. He adjusted his agbada and avoided looking at her. You are a liability now. A liability. That word hit Amaka harder than any insult she'd ever received. She reached for his arm desperately. Chief, please. Can explain. Please don't do this. He pulled his arm away sharply, as if her touch could destroy him. It's over. I've already transferred what I promised you last month. Don't contact me. Her heartbeat staggered. Chief, I left everything for you. Go home, he said coldly. Go and fix your life. He walked away. Just like that. Leaving her standing in the parking lot with her wig shifting. Her dress soaked with anxious sweat. Her hands shaking uncontrollably. His car door opened. His driver stepped out. And then the door closed. And Chief Okocha drove away. Leaving her behind. Alone. Disposable. The internet erupts. Amaka got home and collapsed onto her plush bed. The same bed she once filmed soft life videos on. She picked up her phone. Hundreds of notifications. At first, she thought it was normal. People reacting to her selfies or luxury posts. But when she opened Instagram, her blood went cold. A gossip blog had posted her picture. Not a glamorous one. A bad one. From the night she stumbled out of the hotel, wig crooked, makeup melting. The caption froze her soul. Beautiful Lagos side chick caught in scandal with married billionaire. Her hands shook violently as she scrolled. Comment after comment tore her apart. Girls like this give women a bad name. She thought she made it, now see her life. Chop breakfast nah. Gold digger spotted. Runs girl finally exposed. She ruined someone's home. She deserves everything coming. Her heart thumped so loudly she could barely hear her own thoughts. Her phone buzzed again. Leaked chats. Edited voice notes. Random people making videos calling her names. Amaka dropped her phone like it was burning her hand. Her chest clenched. Her breath shortened. The room felt like it was spinning. She had become a national joke. Broken from all sides. Her mother called. But not with comfort. Amaka. Why is your picture everywhere? What is all this embarrassment? Why are you bringing shame to this family? Mummy, please. I didn't. Don't talk to me, her mother snapped. Don't. Not today. I warned you about this life. The call ended. Amaka stared blankly at the phone, her tears soaking into her pillow. 5 more calls came in. Friends, old classmates, distant cousins, not to help but to gossip. Amaka, this thing Don cast oh. What did you do? Is it true? Tell me just nah. Ah. I always knew Chief will dump you one day. She blocked them one after another until her phone was silent again. The fall from grace. The next day, she visited her boutique, the one she funded with Chief's money. As she approached the shop, she noticed 2 of her staff whispering and staring. When she stepped inside, the manager avoided eye contact. "Good morning, madam," he greeted stiffly. But there was tension in the air. Thick, uncomfortable, humiliating. One of the attendants snickered quietly behind a rack of clothes. Amaka ignored it, walking deeper into the shop. Then she heard it, a customer whispering to another. "That's her, the girl in that scandal. I saw it online." Amaka froze. Their eyes drilled into her with judgment. Shame crawled up her skin like fire. A week ago, these same customers had begged her for selfies. Now her name tasted like gossip to them. She walked out of the shop, head bowed, tears threatening to spill. The landlord's warning. That same afternoon, her landlord called. "Madam Amaka, we need to talk." She forced a smile. "Good afternoon, sir. I hope you know your rent is due soon." I heard one story like this online. I don't want problem for this my property oh. Please settle your rent quickly so we can avoid embarrassment." Amaka's heart sank. Rent. She hadn't even thought of it. Chief used to handle everything. Rent, car maintenance, utilities, flights. Now everything was on her shoulders. And her account balance. He checked it. 11,800 Nigerian nairas. Her hands went numb. A final blow. That evening she tried calling Chief again. The number rang once. This line is no longer available. Her mind shattered. She sat on the floor of her living room, trembling, sobbing, holding her phone like it was the last piece of her broken life. She cried until her breath cracked, until her chest ached, until she had no more tears left. For the first time since she stepped into the world of luxury, she felt truly, terrifyingly alone. The city outside continued to buzz with life. Traffic horns, generators humming, people laughing on their balconies. But inside her apartment, there was only silence. The silence of a woman watching her empire collapse. The beginning of the end. That night, as she lay on her bed staring at the ceiling, the truth finally hit her. She was never loved, never valued, never respected. All the luxury, the trips, the money. It was never hers. It was borrowed, leased, loaned with invisible chains. And now that the contract had expired, she had nothing left. No friends, no man, no peace, just herself. And she wasn't even sure who that was anymore. In the darkness, she whispered one question. "Is this the price of everything I wanted?" Her voice broke, 'cause deep down, she already knew the answer. Amaka did not remember how she got home that night. She only remembered the rain. And the silence. Not the peaceful kind, but the heavy, suffocating kind that wraps around your soul like a wet blanket. Her heels were muddy, her wig half sliding off, and her mascara had carved dark rivers down her cheeks. Lagos traffic blurred past her as if the whole city was rushing forward while her life stood painfully still. She unlocked the door to her apartment, once a proud symbol of her rise, and stepped into a space that suddenly felt like a stranger's house. The designer shoes lined neatly by the wall. The expensive paintings she bragged about to friends. The velvet couch she once flaunted online. They all looked empty, meaningless, cold. For years she chased sparkle. Tonight she saw only shadows. Fallout. Her phone buzzed nonstop. Not from men wanting her. Not from friends hyping her latest outfit. But from people sending the same horrible screenshot. Chief Okocha exposes secret girlfriend. Amaka, the Lagos gold digger. Her heart shattered piece by piece. Her name was everywhere. Gossip blogs, TikTok, WhatsApp groups, even family chats. Strangers dissected her life like she was a failed experiment. Her mother's voice note came last. Amaka, what have you done to yourself? That message broke her in ways no heartbreak ever had. The lonely days. For the first time in years, Amaka stayed indoors for a whole week. No lashes, no wigs, no fancy clothes, just oversized shirts and silence. Her fridge slowly emptied. Her bank alert dropped from millions to maintenance charges. Her friends, the ones who once begged to follow her to events, suddenly had no time to talk. Even her landlord, who used to bow and greet her like royalty, sent a blunt message. "Madam, your rent is due in 2 days." She stared at the message for a long time, wondering how life could collapse so quickly. The moment of truth. One evening, Amaka sat on the floor of her living room, surrounded by the remains of her life. Shopping bags, unused luxury perfumes, shoes still in their boxes. Evidence of a woman who spent money to fill a void that only grew deeper. Tears slipped down her face as she whispered to the quiet room. "Is this what I sold myself for?" Her voice cracked. "Is this all I am?" The truth settled on her shoulders like a boulder. She had traded her dignity for glitter. And now, even the glitter had abandoned her. The unexpected visit. There was a knock at the door, soft, hesitant. Amaka wiped her tears and opened it, expecting the landlord ready to embarrass her. But instead she saw Chioma, her childhood friend, her roommate from university. The same girl Amaka once mocked for not thinking big enough. Chioma stood there holding a nylon bag of food, looking both worried and relieved. "Amaka, I've been calling you. Are you okay?" That simple question, asked without judgment, melted something hard inside Amaka. She stepped back, trembling. I'm not okay, Chioma." For the first time in years she admitted it. Chioma didn't scold her. She didn't preach. She simply hugged her, tightly, as Amaka broke down in sobs. The road back. Chioma didn't have much, but she gave what she had. A listening ear. Place to cry. Hot meal. A reminder that love, real love, doesn't come with price tags. "You need to rebuild," Chioma said gently one night as Amaka stared at the wall. "And it won't be quick. Or easy. But you can." Those words ignited something small but powerful inside Amaka, the tiniest spark of strength. So she tried. Slowly. She called her mother and apologized. Truly apologized. She sold most of her luxury items. She moved out of her expensive apartment. She started helping out at Chioma's shop to learn how real work felt again. It was humbling, painful, embarrassing, but it was also healing. The final realization. One afternoon, as Amaka was helping a customer in the small shop, she caught her own reflection in the dusty mirror. No makeup, simple clothes, tired eyes. But for the first time in her adult life, she saw honesty. She saw a woman who had been broken, but not destroyed. A woman rebuilding herself brick by honest brick. She whispered to her reflection, "I choose me. The real me. The true ending." Months passed. The gossip blogs moved on. The city forgot her scandal. And Amaka discovered something she never expected. Is not the sparkling, flashy peace she once chased, but a quiet, steady, gentle peace built on truth. One evening as the sun set behind the Lagos skyline, she sat outside Chioma's shop and smiled softly. Not because she was rich. Not because someone was sponsoring her lifestyle. But because she was finally free. Amaka had lost everything she thought she wanted. And in that loss, she finally found everything she needed.